So now we have spent a lot of time so far on demand. We focused just tremendously on demand, and we've talked about the normal goods, inferior goods, complementary goods, substitute goods, and how they're described using cross-elasticity demand and income elasticity demand. We've talked about the calculation of price elasticity demand, and now we're going to shift just a little bit to discussion of demand curved shifts. Demand curves also shift, and so we have to spend some time talking about those. Changes in demand. Well, I take that back. This is a continuation of demand. It's just another aspect of demand that really gets a lot of use on the CMA exam, and I set it aside here as a special topic. Demand curve shifts. What I want to do is describe what the examiners, I'm going to go back to the whiteboard now and talk to you about this particular type of question, which you will see on the exam a couple times probably, and it's a tricky question. And without being alerted to this, the meaning or the understanding of the question, you might get it wrong. So hopefully I can help you get it right by saying that we're going to draw two of these, one side by side, and we're going to label, let's see, price and quantity, price and quantity. And we'll put in a demand curve, and one over here also. Now, change in quantity demanded. I'm going to describe that first. We have a demand curve here. I'll put a D down here by it and D by this one. And when the examiners ask you about change in quantity demanded, they're talking about a change that maybe starts right here at P1, and this is Q1. So that's the price-quantity pairing suggested by that demand curve. And a change in quantity demanded means the change occasioned by a change in price, say P2, using the same demand curve, change in quantity demanded. So the change in quantity demanded is going from Q1 to Q2. That's the change in quantity demanded occasioned by a change in price. But the notion is that there's been no change in the demand curve. Now, that's change in quantity demanded. Over here we have change in demand. Change in demand. Change in demand. They sound very much alike. Change in quantity demanded, change in demand. But change in demand means a shifting of the entire demand curve. So this would be a change in demand as we shift the demand curve outward and to the right, which means that a change in demand implies that for every price point, there's now a different quantity demanded. So price point P1 did have this quantity demanded, but now because of the change in demand, the quantity demanded at P1 is now Q1. Because of the change in demand curve, the new quantity is Q2. So the difference being change in quantity demanded, there's no change in the demand curve, you're just changing the price given the same demand curve. In the case of here, we have change in demand. The implication is, the suggestion is, that the demand curve itself changed, and that for all price points, there's now a different quantity relationship. Very subtle differences, and I'm sure many people would get these wrong had we not bring it to your attention. Now, we have an opportunity to put this at use, because the question at the bottom of page 1-5 asks that about demand curve. Changes in demand are not the same as changes in quantity demanded. The movement along the demand curve from one combination to another is called what? A change in demand, a shift in the demand curve, a change in quantity demanded, an increase in demand, a change in consumer taste. And the answer is, hope you get this right, C, change in quantity demanded. Change in quantity demanded. The others all suggest a change in the demand curve. In fact, the first one says that. The second one says it also. D, an increase in demand. Just when you say increase in demand, the assumption is they mean you're not precise enough. It suggests the entire demand curve. And change in consumer taste is what changes the demand curve. So the answer is C, change in quantity demanded. That which I just told you